4 easy and useful steps to be a healthy student on this overwhelmed era. Modern and overworked era where everything is controlled, adults will always have a plan for you, a guide for your thriving future. When you're a student, all the eyes are focused on you, and you're ruled up by the expectancy of others. This is called pressure, and every single student has to cope with it every day. This constant uncertainty added to social media influences, amount of schoolwork, peer pressure, and difficulty to fit in makes the students freaked out, and they have an incessant sense of being overwhelmed. All these aspects turn out them into non-healthy habits, such as sleeping and eating disorders. And many of them experience depressive episodes and elevated anxiety levels, so they lose the way to a brighter future. There's still a way to continue on the correct path. Fight for your own well-being. Acquire a healthy mind. So, these are the steps and tools that you will have to follow to obtain a high level of well-being. Today, we have access to every kind of information and knowledge by pressing just a single button. It may be reliable or not, so it's very important to practice a moderated degree of skepticism. Skepticism is a way of being sure that the information we consume is totally worth and valuable. Implementation when it comes to searching for information that can have a negative impact on our health. Era, every company will always try to trick you with cookie advice that maybe look beneficial and worthwhile, whilst they are actually fake and harmful. So, when you're surfing on the internet for this good-looking information, you have to keep in mind that it may not be as good as you think, and that it's very extended along the internet. The principal problem is the dependency that people have to rely on this kind of data. So stop doing this. Means that whether we read an exciting and interesting suggestion, we must contrast it by looking for validated studies or reliable webs as a way to improve and maintain our well-being. You might be questioning what is next step, so it's the using of Stoicism philosophy. The first thing you would like to have is good health in general, because being physically healthy leads to mind well-being. The way to achieve it, you must get enough sleep, drink water, eat healthy, relax, and do daily exercise. To work out as a way to clear your mind, leave out the preoccupations, and to be in a stress-free state. Relaxation has many mental and physical health benefits. For starters, it reduces stress and the symptoms of mental health conditions, and it also has other benefits like the reduction of muscle tension and chronic pain, anger and frustration, and insecurity in order to handle problems. Remember, you don't have to be a superstar athlete or dedicate every last bit of your time to exercise. A modest amount of it will sure make a great difference. There's also another step that you might follow, and it's the practice of a moderated degree of skepticism.
Practice Stoicism. Stoicism is a great tool to achieve our objectives. This is actually an ancient philosophy that helps us get a state free of suffering. Stoicism promotes a mindful attention to one's own emotional state and behavior. You can achieve well-being. Check out certain situations that cause individual distress. Accept what's beyond our control. Contemplate in a deeply way what's ultimately good or indifferent. In these cognitive trainings, Stoic philosophy reduced emotional vulnerability in those at risk of anxiety and depression.
Nazanin Derakhshan, professor of experimental physiopathology, who supervised the research, said, in current times of uncertainty and stress, when the need for practicing resilience has become a top priority, Stoicism appears to offer a promising way forward in protecting and nurturing our emotional health.
Drink and be water. If you want appropriate levels of energy, hydration is an essential part to reach it. Whenever you feel like you need to drink water, do it before each meal, when you wake up, or even at night. Water is the trigger of your system. It keeps functioning all your organs, and it regulates body temperature. You may be questioning how much water you should drink, and the answer is 4 to 6 cups a day. But this is not necessarily true, because it depends on the metabolism and the health of the individual. That's why Dr. Sitfer says water intake must be individualized, and you should check with your doctor if you are not sure about the right amount for you. Know that if you combine an appropriate amount of water with a healthy eating plan, your levels of mental and physical health will be successfully elevated. In addition to this, you might also want to be like water. You must flow, be strong, and enjoy the ride of life. Let the current lead you wherever it goes instead of going against it. Like Bruce Lee once said, be like water, my friend.